So, you guys really seem to like my acrobat video that I did about 2 weeks ago. So, it's time for me to cover another archetype. Today we're covering the Aldori Duelist. But if you guys have a specific archetype that you'd like me to cover in this series, let me know down in the comments. Let's get into it. So first, of course, we gotta talk about the Aldori Duelist dedication. To take this dedication, you gotta be trained in Aldori dueling swords, which are advanced weapons. So most of the time, if you want to take this archetype, you're gonna want to go fighter, as fighters are the only class in the game that are trained in all advanced weapons. But you could also take the weapon proficiency general feat if you want. The first thing that the dedication gives you is training in acrobatics or athletics, as well as dueling lore. If you're already trained in these skills, then you become expert instead. Also, you gain access to Aldori dueling swords, and anytime you become expert or greater in any weapon, you also gain that proficiency rank with Aldori dueling swords. Another reason why fighter is probably the best choice for this archetype. Next up, we have Aldori parry. This is pretty much the exact same thing as the dueling parry fighter feats. However, this one only works with Aldori dueling swords. For one action, as long as you are wielding an Aldori dueling sword and have one hand free, you can gain a +2 bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn. Obviously, this one is for all the Aldori duelists out there who aren't fighters. As obviously, if you're a fighter, you can just take dueling parry and get this benefit with any weapon rather than just with Aldori dueling swords. With Duelist's Edge, if you roll initiative and you can see at least one foe, as a free action, you can gain a +2 bonus to that initiative roll and interact to draw your Aldori dueling sword. This right here is great action economy, especially if you get surprised, as you don't have to pull out your sword. You can do it as part of your initiative and get a +2 bonus on your initiative roll. This is one of those feats that you should pretty much always take if you're playing an Aldori duelist of some kind, as this is simply too good not to take. We got a few more feats to go for here, but this video is definitely going to be shorter than my acrobat video. First up is Aldori Riposte. This is another reason to take Aldori parry, as this feat requires it. If you are benefiting from Aldori parry, and a foe within your reach quickly misses an attack roll against you, you can use a reaction to make a strike or disarm check against the triggering foe with your Aldori dueling sword. At best, this is an attack of opportunity that you use when the foe quickly misses you. At worst, it's a disarm check if they critically miss you. And as most of us know, disarm is horrible in this system. I am really hoping that they find a way to change that so it's balanced in the remaster. But we'll see. Next up, we've got another free action feat with Unnerving Prowess. If you critically hit with a strike or disarm using your Aldori dueling sword, you can attempt to demoralize that same target. This attempt does not have the Aldori trait, and you don't take a penalty for the opponent not understanding your language. As a fighter, you're going to crit more often than any other class other than Gunslinger. So if you take this feat, you might not even need Intimidating Glare. But you might want to take it anyway, just so that you can intimidate foes that you don't critically hit. Of course, there's also Intimidating Strike, so you might not even need this feat either. But this is a good feat to take if you want to take feats besides those two. And the final feat for the Aldori Duelist is the feat in the thumbnail, Saving Slash. As a reaction, if a foe critically hits you with a melee strike, you can roll a DC 16 flat check. If you succeed, the attack becomes a normal hit instead of a critical hit. This one is the best feat I've seen like this, because most other feats like this require a DC 17 flat check, meaning you have a little more of a chance to negate a critical hit than with other feats that are similar to this. Even having a chance to negate a crit is a pretty good defensive option. And if you do decide to use this archetype, you might need it. Especially if you're dex-based, as then you won't be able to wear armor. And most people that take this archetype are going to be fighters, as that is the easiest way to get the prerequisites. You're not going to have as much AC as a champion, which means you are going to get crit sometimes. So negating a crit once per round is pretty darn good. And that's everything you need to know about the Aldori Duelist. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pathfinder 2e teamwork content. Also, let me know if you'd be interested in watching a live stream of me going over the new High Helm book when I get a hold of it. And don't forget to check out the Patreon page for exclusive perks, including Google Sheets for all my teamwork builds I do on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, teamwork is vital.